All right. Good afternoon, Thomas. My name is Ash Singh. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm fine.
Tell me about what you're working on.
We developed a medical device in 2015 and bring it 2016 to the market. And actually, we are selling it in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. This year, we want to have the FDA permission. Actually, we have 100 million patients in the US and Europe, which need our device. Actually, we don't have any competitor. And we want to make in the next year a double-blind study with the Charité in Berlin. It is the leading university in tinnitus science. And then after we finish the study, we are the global standard in the tinnitus therapy. Actually, we need $1 million for the FDA permission and for developing the next generation of our tinnitus device.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, and you finished on time as well. So tell me, Thomas, just give everyone a little bit of a background, because not everyone has a background on the device itself, the sickness, the challenge that customers have, and how you're improving it. So one thing I wanted to hear, because you got into it, you've been around since 2015. You have a medical device, the FDA approval. There is a potential market. You went through that. It would be good just to kind of preload that with the device you're creating for which problem, right? The defined audience, right? And so just give us some feedback so everyone else understands this.
Okay, tinnitus is a ringing in your ear. Most patients have it all day. And in the night, it is very bad because you can't sleep with this. Every year or some years, the tinnitus is going louder. And for some people, it's the last way out to make suicide.
Wow.
And so we can cure the tinnitus. We have one study finished, which shows that we can cure the tinnitus. And so we are alone at the moment in tinnitus science.
Yeah. So Thomas, can you tell us, just so again, so some people might not know this, but with tinnitus, and sometimes it's pronounced a little bit different, but we'll do it the European way. With tinnitus, we have you have it's this ringing in the ear, and it gradually gets worse. It's usually typically with people older than a certain age, like older than 40 or something like that. I see it more with older people. Is that correct? Or is it?
No, that's not correct. The patients maybe start at 15 years and go up to...
So it affects everybody. It affects everyone. And you said something about 1 million patients. Can you tell me about what you meant by that? Because I wanted to...
No, 100 million patients in the
US
and Europe.
100 million people suffer from tinnitus. Is that correct?
Yes, it's a chronic tinnitus, and it doesn't go away for your life without therapy.
Without the therapy. And right now, there's nothing people do with it, right?
Only make suicide.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So suicide is...
I forgot, we patented the solution in Europe and the US. And these patents are okay. No. Okay.
And with your solution right now, tell us a little bit about, because you've gone through it. You need to do your double run study. You said your double
blind study. Yes, we want to make it with 60 patients.
You're double blind, and you want to get it FDA approved. And so what you're going to do is you're going to you want to make this work. And tell me a little bit about the market opportunity, because you have 100 million people in Europe and the US. You're obviously going to probably focus, you talked about Germany, Austria, that part of Europe to connect with first, and then move forward. But how do they engage with you, and how do you make money?
First, we make a rental for the patients for 6 weeks, and then they see, okay, it is working, and after that they want to buy the solution.
Okay.
And when I order it, I pay around 400 Swiss francs. And when we are selling the device, you have to pay 2,800 Swiss francs.
Got it. Now, the thing is that, is this going to be provided through an ear doctor? Is that somebody who?
No, you can order it at your own. This, you don't need
Pharmacy?
a doctor for it.
Pharmacy?
You can make this therapy at home.
Okay, but they would discover this solution. How do they discover it? Is it something that they would Google, or is it something they would go to a pharmacy or go to a doctor? I mean, how do they learn about what you're doing? How would they learn?
We go over Google AdWords.
Okay, you're going direct. You're going to go direct.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. We distribute it directly, because we made in the past the error that we go to other people that they can sell this device for us, but they don't know not so much over tinnitus, and it's a very special thing. So we make the distribution at ourselves. And when the patient has some problems, then they can call us. Actually, we are in Europe I think the people with the most knowing about tinnitus.
Got it. Now, Thomas, tell me, is there a personal reason why you got into this? Because that didn't come out too. Like, is there a reason why you decided to go into this? Is there a personal connection? Did you?
No, we had in one company which was searching for it for some projects in the medical science, and from this we got this project from the market.
Okay, so there's no sometimes it's all, you know, if you have a personal story behind it with,
nope.
You know.
No.
Okay. All right, Thomas, may I pitch back Resaphene? Can I pitch it back to you? All right. So when we pronounce it, is it tinnitus? Do some people pronounce it like that too, or is it tinnitus?
Tinnitus or tinnitus.
Okay.
It's very different.
Because I don't want to. I want to make sure I have it right. Right. So tinnitus if we're in the U.S. Right.
Yes.
Or tinnitus if we're in Europe. Right. All right, I'm going to do it. And so what we're going to do, Thomas, you get to be the investor now. Okay. So you can be like, you know, the Swiss VC, right? In your plush elevator. And you're going to give me 1 minute. Okay. You're going to give me 1 minute. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk a little bit about tinnitus, the problem, and how you want to move this direct and take it to the next level. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to hit the top soon. You need to introduce yourself. Okay. And then once you're done introducing yourself, I'll go and do a 1 minute pitch. Is that okay? Would you like me to do a pitch? May I pitch your idea to you, Thomas?
Yes. Okay.
All right. Okay. So we are hitting the top. We're going to hit the top of the elevator. Right, and now we're hitting there. You just introduce yourself, Thomas, and I will go and I'll pitch your idea to you.
Yes, hello. I'm Thomas. I'm one man here from the Swiss VC, the greatest Swiss VC. And now I want to hear your solution. I don't have time.
I understand. I understand. I just need a minute of your time, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. My name is Ash Singh. I'm part of the Resaphene team. You may or may not know this, but there is a chronic illness called tinnitus, which actually just means the ringing in your ear. And a lot of people of all age groups actually suffer from this. We've estimated almost 100 million people live with a constant ringing in their ear. And there's no solution for this right now, but we have been working on something for the last 6 years, a medical device that is proven to reduce this. We have gone through the journey of getting all these processes together, and we think that we can make a big difference in this space. We're looking for around 1.5 million euros to get this off the ground. We need to finish our FDA approval and get our double-blind study done. and then get into the market. Right now, it's blue ocean. No one's focusing on this, and we have a direct to customer opportunity to sell a $2,000 product that's going to create a vast amount of change for people suffering from this, lower suicide rates, as well as provide a solution that people really need in today's world. I'd love to chat with you a little bit more over an espresso. Do you have some time?
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay.
I'm very interested.
All right. So I should have maybe chosen my cup of coffee a little bit differently. But what I wanted to do was talk about the industry, the opportunity, all of those components. Okay. The 100 million people that have ringing constantly, and there's nothing else there. And you've spent 6 years, right, Thomas? It's been 6 years, right?
Yes.
You've got all these components in, and then I talked about the direct. I was running out of time, so the direct to consumer model. Okay, I would have just gone in and I would have talked about how this is the way that we need to do it, and we're building this up. And so there's a big problem. You are the only one with the solution, and the market opportunity and the money is great. That's basically what I did in 1 minute. That's what I tried to do. Okay. And so building that in and really just digging deep on that. And I think the commercialization is really exciting. I mean, a €2,500 product, right?
Yes.
Direct to customer. The numbers on that make a lot of sense, because even if your cost of acquisition is €500 or €1,000, okay, suppose that's the cost, you could still potentially make a really profitable product, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
so that was what was going through my mind. And I think these are the components that I would think about, right? But Thomas, it's great. We love what you're doing. And you need €1 million, correct? 1 million.
Yes, 1 million.
Okay. All right. I asked for 1.5 because I was in Switzerland. You know what I mean? You always
Yes,
got to ask for a little bit more. You always ask for a little bit more when you're in Switzerland or in Singapore, wherever you have the big Swiss banks, just in case, right? But love what you're doing, and we need to figure out, Thomas, we have to figure out, there has to be somebody out there, an investor, somebody that's looking into this space because they have a personal connection to it too, Thomas, right? Somebody that's been affected directly or indirectly by this because they understand it, and they're going to get behind and become an evangelist, Thomas. That's what I think we need to figure out, right? Yes. How do we find that right type of person that's going to get behind this and make it work? And it was interesting, since I met you, I've realized I have some really close friends that suffer from this, right? And it's a big deal, right? It's a big deal. We just have to, get these components together. But thank you for your time, Thomas. Hope you enjoyed, right?
Yes.
And we'll make sure we send a recording as well. And Thomas, anything else you need help with besides funding? Because we're going to post this as well. Thomas, anything else you need help with for your startup?
Well, I only need investors, not more.
Okay. Funding. All right. Let's make that happen, right? So anyone that's watching this, if you know somebody that's affected, if you know somebody that's in the space that might be interested, please connect the dots, and we'll try to help and get that going. But Thomas, thank you very much. I appreciate your time. All the best. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.